Hello and welcome to Akshu's Kitchen. Today you'll see how to prepare nachos with cheese dip, for which we will need 2 portions of maize meal, 1 portion of maida, that is plain flour, and required salt. Today I am using 2 cups of maize meal and 1 cup of maida, that is a plain flour. First I am going to combine all the dry ingredients in a large bowl: the maize meal, the maida, that is a plain flour, and also 1 teaspoon of salt, and I'm going to mix all these ingredients well together so that both the flour gets mixed thoroughly and completely, and then add enough water to prepare a dough out of this. I'm using warm water today, that gives little softness to the dough. So once it's all combined well and you get a dough, I'm going to transfer it to the worktop and again knead it for about 2 to 3 minutes until you get a really soft dough. And you can see the difference in the texture. It's so soft now. I'm going to keep this aside and start rolling out for the nachos. First I'm going to dust the worktop with some plain flour or maida well, and then take a big ball out of the prepared dough and start rolling it. I'm going to roll it into a very thin circle, about 2 to 3 millimeter in thickness. Today I'm really rolling a big one, but if you can't handle this big one, you can do it in smaller proportion. And then using a pizza cutter, I'm going to cut it in straight line and then cross it perpendicularly in about 1.5 inch in size. If you want a very little one, you can adjust the size accordingly. And then I'm going to cut the squares into 2 diagonally to produce 2 triangles, and then I'm going to take it one by one and put it in hot oil. You can discard the sides and use it in the next batch and just use the proper triangles obtained. You can see how thin it is. I'm going to drop in hot oil and fry it until it is golden in color. Drop as many nachos as the oil can hold and fry it in medium flame for about 5 to 6 minutes or until it is golden in color. When you drop them, you can hear the rattling noise of the nachos, and also the bubbling would have stopped in the oil and you'll get golden color, and that's the indication that the nachos are done. If you think they are becoming too fluffy, just prick some holes using a fork and then continue the same procedure. Next, for the cheese dip, you will need the following ingredients: 300 grams of cheese, 200 ml of milk, 1 tablespoon of plain flour or maida, and 2 tablespoons of butter, 1 teaspoon of chili powder, half teaspoon of black pepper powder, and quarter teaspoon of salt. First, in a pan, I am going to add the 2 tablespoons of butter, and when it starts melting, I am going to add the 1 tablespoon of maida or plain flour and give it a good mix so that the maida or the plain flour gets combined well with the butter. And then I'm going to add the 200 ml of milk to this and mix it thoroughly, making sure no lumps are formed and you get a smooth sauce. So once you get a smooth sauce, I'm going to add the remaining ingredients one by one. First, the chili powder, pepper powder, and the salt. If you don't want it to be too spicy, you can reduce the amount of chili powder or black pepper powder. So once these ingredients get mixed well with the sauce, I'm going to add the cheese, which I have cut into small cubes. I'm using the orange color one just to give a good color, flavor and appearance, and put it on a low to medium flame so that the cheese melts gradually and slowly. Now it's started boiling and the cheese dip is ready. If you think the dip is so thick, you can add some more milk to dilute it. Serve with nachos. Try it and you will really like it. Thank you for watching Akshu's Kitchen.